Super Gundam style, everyone. Welcome to Wow Cool Robot. It is a G Gundam podcast. I am your host, Argyle, and with me as always is Audrey and Max.
I'm Audrey.
I'm Max.
Audrey. Like the Pokemon?
Yeah, what if it would be really hard to do a podcast if you had to only
if
use
you were
permutations
Pokemon
of
and
your
you had to say your name in different intonations?
Unless you were Meowth or Slowking.
I mean,
Mewtwo,
if you're a
or
Pokemon and you're
Lugia.
doing that, then everybody understands what you're saying anyways, because you're a Pokemon. All the other Pokemon do, at least.
Okay. Oh, so there's a whole sort of podcast network that exists for Pokemon that the Pokemon can understand, but the humans can't.
Yeah, sure.
I like Pokemon. It stresses me out.
I think
a
it's
little
pretty
bit too
good.
much.
I haven't played the new one yet.
Do Pokemon?
The MOBA.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Some of the guys at work want me to play it. I'm like, no, I don't wanna. I don't like MOBA.
I'm interested in it just because it's Pokemon. I don't like MOBAs, but I like Pokemon, and it's only 10 minutes per match. So I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I
It's
hear
free.
it's really fun. I did read a very troubling Reddit article about how this game has terrifying monetization, way worse than almost
It
any
seems
other game
like
on
it's
the
real
market.
bad.
It seems
The
really
amount
bad.
of Pokemon you can get for free is you can count on one hand. Is ridiculous.
Someone
was.
please help me budget. My family is starving. Spend less money on Pokemon. No.
Yeah, 65,000 gems a month. Speaking of gems, can you believe that some people don't like this fucking gem of a TV show?
There are people who say that G Gundam is a bad show, and they're all wrong, and they obviously didn't watch any of it. Because even if you're just watching the first episode, it's just good from the jump. So I don't know what their deal is.
It's
Well,
good.
There are a couple stinkers in there.
There's a couple
Okay.
stinkers, but at this point in the show, when we're kind of culminating the arcs of all the main characters, it's oh, damn, they did writing in this one. You wouldn't believe
Yeah.
it, but they did.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Look,
You thought
yeah.
you could slip this under the
for,
radar.
for every Cobra Gundam, there's 3 Chibity episodes, and those
Oh,
are
yeah.
all great.
Yeah. No, it is overwhelmingly a very good series.
Yeah, I like and this one, speaking of overwhelming, there's a robot that has toes, and it's my favorite robot in this series, so
Damn, son.
I'd like to talk about it.
What them feet do, what them toes
Get
do.
them bubbly Gundam toes. Let's fucking go. G Gundam episode 34. Stand-up Domon Raging Tag Team Match. In this episode, Allenby is helping Domon modify the God Gundam for more efficiency. Rain seizes and kicks them both out of the cockpit in anger. She later meets up with Karuto, Ulube, and her father to talk about their next match. She sees Schwartz, Naruto running around and follows him as he enters Wong's hangar to find that the Double Gundam is still intact, with a nearly dead Kyoji at its core. Master Asia knows there's an intruder and sends Mikolo and Chapman after him. He escapes with Rain, but it is Domon and Allenby who are caught and presumed to be the intruders. Wong decides to punish them in an unwinnable tag match against Neo Singapore's Ashura Gundam and Neo Malaysia's Skull Gundam, but as the battle begins, Domon is unable to move due to a gravity generator. Allenby and Domon are mercilessly attacked, but Allenby inspires Domon to activate hyper mode, breaking the generator and allowing them to perform the double erupting God Finger, winning the match. Wong then announces Domon's next challenge. His next 4 opponents are none other than the Shuffle Alliance, with Chibity being the first to fight.
Hell yeah.
This epised fucking ruled.
All of these episodes are good. This one is no
the
exception.
The next 2 should also be quite tight as well. I don't know what the third one in our next trio is going to be, but at least
I know.
episodes 1 and 2 should be pretty fucking phenomenal.
All of the Shuffle Alliance ones I am so excited for the next 2
Yeah.
because these first 2 are absolutely fantastic, knocked it out of the park. We'll get to those. Let's talk about this one first.
Oh shit, new countries just dropped.
Yeah, so, okay, these
all
two
the
fucking
ones that are in
Gundams-
that shot too are it's Windmill Gundam. It's all the non really evil Gundams that are they're just firing missiles and shit. I don't understand
Yeah.
it.
But yeah,
Anyways.
anyway, new countries just dropped.
New countries just dropped.
We got
I fucking love these guys.
Neo Singapore's Ashura Gundam. This thing is rad as hell. Oh my gosh, it
It's
is
so
just really
fucking
cool.
dude. I always love an Ashura design, like a 6-armed dude.
What
It
if,
looks like a centipede.
What if the God Ashura was a Beyblade? What if the God Ashura was 3 Beyblades?
What if the God Ashura could spin around quite fast and do some big damage?
And constrict your arms with snakes that it shot out.
Yeah, it has a pretty cool, desert tan scheme with this really nice dark green on the shoulders and waist and legs. And then, of course, you got these really bright red accents on the arms, bright red pointy toes. bright red body that has 4 eyes on the chest, and of course these yellow highlights of a centipede fang and centipede spikes coming out like the back of the leg. It looks like this is a lot to look at. Yeah, and of course 6 arms. This thing fucks, but does not fuck as hard as the Skull Gundam, which is my favorite Gundam we've seen in this show, I think.
Skull Gundam is love a big skull.
Skull Gundam is what Dr. Wily's going to use in Mega Man 12.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate what you're going for here, Max. I do think the Ashura Gundam is decidedly the cooler of the two, actually.
Oh, I mean, they're both very, very cool, but you gotta remember, I like stupid, ugly designs that kind of wrap around to being cool again. And look, Audrey, the Gundam has toes. I don't really know what more you want from me.
The Gundam do have toes. I think it could be cooler. I am definitely way into the idea of a Gundam that is just all skulls all the time. I'm not a huge fan of the big gangly limb, I think, is my thing.
I like the limbs. The limbs contrast well with the big, chunky body, I think, in a way that makes it pleasing.
It looks like Dr. Eggman.
It's Dr. Eggman and Dr. Wily.
Robotnik proportions.
Oh yes, it has his beautiful proportions. It's really funny when you search Skull Gundam because a lot of the time you get results for Crossbone X1 and the Crossbone line of Gundams. Which, if you haven't seen it, Audrey, what if Gundam was pirate?
Great.
And that's just like a regular normal ass Gundam, not this big motherfucker. But I love it. I like the Skull Gundam. That really cool gray, dark gray, red and yellow color scheme it is a classic. It's very pleasing. I think it does have a kind of a weird V-fin, but it does have a skull in the crest of that V-fin.
Yeah, I mean,
and it does fire fucking Vulcans from the skull eyes.
Yes, he has to do a special pose to fire the Vulcans as well.
But both eyes of the skull on the head and the skull on the chest fire different weapons, which is just I love that. It's tremendous.
So Stalker introduces these two at the beginning of the episode. It's like, yep, Doma's gonna face both of them. Fucked up, huh?
Fucked up, 2 of them. There's 2 of them now, oh my god.
And he's like, oh, by the way, I bet you didn't realize that Malaysia and Singapore even had a leg in this race, but they do. And they're here.
They do, and they made it to the finals. Good for them.
Good for them. Well, we're not in the finals yet.
Well, we're not in the finale. We're in the finals.
We're not in the Battle Royale finale.
Yeah.
We're in like the last stage of the Hong Kong shit.
The Hong Kong shit, that is the final round. That's what it's been called this whole time.
Yeah.
The pacing of the show is strange. I forgot that this is
also the rules of this tournament are bullshit.
It has been like 9 months, hasn't it?
The first one was 11 months. It's we don't know how long it's been so far in this one. Yes.
Wong is just making the shit up as he goes.
He really is.
For sure. He's just having fun.
Yeah, he's like, I'm the dictator of space, and if I keep this going long enough, I get like 2 more years as being dictator of space, and there's nothing they can do about it because we haven't elected a new one.
It seems like you would want to get the Gundam fight wrapped up in a pretty timely manner, but it's already been at least a year, probably closer to a year and a half at this point, and they're still going at it.
Yeah.
He likes to pontificate. I mean, these episodes love just drawing Wong in that evil red eyes with like the glasses like tilted down look, and it fucking rules. Wong, I love Wong. He's such a silly guy.
I really am obsessed with him, unfortunately.
He's pretty hot.
He's like the most like Yu-Gi-Oh character we get outside of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, absolutely. He's straight up Pegasus. Yeah, so Allenby and Domon are working on God Gundam. And Allenby's like, hey, I got this super cool microchip. Check this shit out. And then she puts in the chip, and Domon's like, cool, I definitely know what that did.
The circuits are glowing. It means it's good, I think.
I'm good at engineering. Yes. and Rain walks up and sees the 2 of them. And what I love about this is even again, outside the context of everyone being swingers or whatever, that this is like Rain seeing Domon allowing Allenby to work on God Gundam is a bigger, more intimate betrayal than if he'd actually cheated on her.
Yeah, no, it's like that's her baby. You don't let Allenby inside the cockpit of burning Gundam. That's fucked up.
Yeah, she kicks them both out. She's pissed as hell. She's like, and stay out.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Allenby's like, Allenby is very bad at reading a room, and like Rain's about to lose it, and Allenby's like, "Oh no, you don't have to worry. Our fight's over, so it's chill. It's fine. Like,
it's fine.
Don't even worry about it."
I can just hand over secret information because, by the way, that's what this was, right? She wasn't supposed to tell him about this. This is like this fucking Gundam mod that you can put in.
If you rotate your graphics card 45 degrees inside the cockpit of the Gundam, you get like 50% extra efficiency in hyper mode.
That's like exactly what she does. That's not an exaggeration.
No, that is a quote pretty much.
So they get kicked out and into the water, and Allenby's like, "Was it something I said?"
I honestly
did I do that?
Did I do that? It's Stefan or Callenby.
I love the mad faces that Rain makes. She looks
it's
very
cute. Whenever they go chibi, it's very, very fun. One thing that I really, really genuinely love about Allenby as a character is that this whole time I was really worried that she was going to be played as like another love interest for Domon, but she really isn't.
She's really not. She's one of the guys. Like
she's a buddy.
Well, that does make her another love interest, but...
Well, okay,
yes. I mean, it does in the way that all the bros are, like, love interests in this show.
No, but, like, again, and I actually find it, like, really interesting, because she clearly is set up as, like, this potential love interest, but ends up being essentially another one of the Shuffle Alliance, which is, like, okay, like, how are we approaching the dynamics of the rest of the Shuffle Alliance, then? It's fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah, she's just the 6th Shuffle Alliance member. Yeah. It's just like, well, fuck. We ran out of card symbols. We can't give her one, but she can still do the erupting burning finger if she wants.
Yeah. She's not like other girls.
She's not like other girls. We cut to later that night.
She just also gets a hyper mode. It's chill. Who cares?
It's chill. She's normal. That's what they just do.
You get a hyper mode. You get a hyper mode.
Switzerland, Sweden. She's from Sweden. That's right.
Sweden. Yeah.
So it's later that night, the Neo Japan gang, Karato, Ulube, Mikamura, and Rain, they're all wondering when the hell Wong's going to tell them who their next opponent is, because I guess he's taking his sweet time. And Dr. Mikamura says...
He's too busy, like, doing evil laughs down in the dark Gundam.
Yeah, I'm so glad you caught this line as well, Max, because it's the funniest thing that's been said in this show.
Dr. Mikamura says the funniest line in all of G Gundam, and he says, "I just hope Wong isn't planning to do anything morally wrong."
Yes. Jesus,
bro, his entire life, everything he does.
I sure hope the evil dictator of space isn't doing evil laughs down below us right now.
I have bad news for you, Dr. Mikamura.
I hope he doesn't have an immortal Satan underground Hong Kong.
That is exactly what he's doing.
Oh, God.
I hope he's not reviving the devil, like summoning him in a pentagram underneath our feet.
And speaking of summoning the devil, Schwartz is like, "Ooh, I have a bad feeling about this." And Naruto runs past this group of the Japanese representatives, and Rain
spots him right as he phases into a wall.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the actual... So all the other shit, again, I'm willing to be like, it's illusions, Michael. Tricks are for whores.
Yeah, no, like, emerging from a shadow, it's like, whatever, he's a ninja. He can do that.
Yeah, it's like, all that shit, it's like, fine. I have... Chris Angel, mind freak. That's fine. He literally, we see him phase through the wall.
Yeah, fully. No, he like, at first I was like, oh, maybe he's blending into the wall, but no, we see him pop out of the other side. He just phased through it like the Flash. He vibrated his molecules.
He vibrates his molecules. He does a little jutsu. What the fuck is this guy's deal?
Ooh.
This guy, this fucking guy. Me off. I love it.
Does a gay little ninja move that pisses me specifically off?
It pissed me off too. I was so mad watching.
I was clapping. Fuck? I love it.
I was like, we're really just playing these episodes in particular.
Why has he not already won the Gundam fight? If he can do this shit,
everyone did Gundam without being in his own Gundam. What the fuck?
Know. Everyone sort of gets like bullshit magic abilities in these episodes.
Nobody can phase through walls.
Like, and we're really playing Calvin Ball with what the human body can accomplish at this point.
Holy shit! It is incredible. So yeah, after Schwartz does that bullshit, he phases through and he sees, of course, the Double Gundam is here. Tremendous. And he looks over and he sees Master Asia and Wong. They open up the cockpit and
they're like, yes, it would be very nice to be evil today. I love being evil, don't you, Master Asia?
let's look upon the desiccated husk of the main character's brother. Because Kyoji's hooked up to the cockpit inside Double Gundam, and he's being fucking sucked dry. This dude is not doing well.
Yeah, he's strung up like a puppet.
Looks like shit.
Looks like shit.
It's very wrinkled and sallow, and the color's being drained from him. Not good, I don't think.
But that's
Pretty
fine.
bad.
Some people gotta die.
He'll be good.
Gotta crack a few eggs to summon Satan.
He just needs to like drink some orange juice. He'll be all right.
Yeah, you just gotta get some fucking Sunny D in you, and you're good to go.
What I love about the scene, so they're like talking and Schwartz is looking, and then with literally no prompting, Schwartz doesn't even do anything. Master Asia's like, oh, there's someone there.
Yeah, I think Schwartz like moves a little closer. Wong does say a weird line about how we're gonna have to use the next fight to our advantage, which I don't know what the fuck that means. But yeah, Master Asia notices the presence and raises the alarm. And
well, I think there is an implication here that it's like we're going to have to use the next match as like I took it as like a distraction.
Okay,
yeah,
that explains what happens.
Right, that we're going to have to like
makes sense.
Be smart about what we do, because we have to have like a spectacle so that we can figure out what the fuck we're doing about Kyoji and the Devil Gundam here.
I understand. Okay. And yeah, Warmer's raised. Schwartz busts out of there and he sees Rain and like grabs her as he escapes, and we do see that.
Wait, well, 1 second. So, Master Asia like senses him and immediately sends his scarf up into the rafters where Schwartz is hiding.
Right.
And Schwartz just like shreds them into tiny pieces. Like, yeah, that's
Fucking
what you get for
confetti.
using a piece of cloth as your main weapon, you stupid bitch.
I mean, to be fair, it works about literally everyone else except for the guy who
That's
can
true.
walk through
It works on
walls.
everybody except for the German ninja.
Look, if he has no clip, all right, what do you want from him?
Yeah, so he phases back through the walls, finds...
He phases through them in the normal way, by which I mean he punches through them.
Yeah,
That's
Schwartz
right,
busts him through.
He punches a giant hole through it, and then he sees Rain. He says, yo, as she makes eye contact with him and immediately picks her up and runs.
We got to go! And as he grabs
What's
her,
up?
we do see
You doing
Wong
anything?
Wong sends Mikolo and Chapman after them.
Is that Chapman? He has a gun! Blam blam!
Ow!
He's got like a grenade launcher. He's going fuck ass wild.
It's a grenade launcher. Mikolo's freaking out, like sending his powerful kicks everywhere. There's this very cool shot of like Schwartz yeets Rain into the sky as he throws 100,000 million ninja stars at Mikolo and catches Rain.
This Rain MC catches her perfectly on the way down, and then Mikolo does just absolute horseshit.
Okay, well, but before that, Rain does like,
God.
oh, I sense a familiar feeling when I'm being held by this man I've never met before. What could it be?
Oh, wow, I wonder.
She doesn't have time to unpack all that, because Mikolo does his cool silver kick, and he does kick a building in half.
Yeah, no, he slices a building clean
Like,
down.
About 30-degree angle, it like stays still and then slides off like a cool anime. Mm-hmm. How do you do that?
Yeah.
With his
Which is
feet.
seen on the other side of Hong Kong Bay, and Domon's like,
who could have imagined? Yeah, they can see a skyscraper falling down.
Right, yeah. And Domon's like,
Hundreds of people died in this incident.
Yep.
Oh god, the casualties in Hong Kong are just
People are dying,
through the
Kim.
roof.
It's so sad.
Yeah,
So-
Chapman is still going apeshit with a grenade launcher too.
Yeah.
And then Master Asia shows up.
Yeah, so the cops are chasing after them at this point, and they kind of like catch up to where Schwartz was, and he jumps away, but like Domon and Allenby are there, and of course
He
the
literally
cops
just drops Rain at their feet.
I know, yeah, and the cops assume, hey, these guys are the ones who broke in, and this is when Asia shows up, and he's like here to fight Domon.
They also catch Mikolo and Gentle Chapman at the same time, because they're like, all four of you guys are obviously fucking shit up. Stop it.
It's always you fuckers, not again.
Yeah.
Domon does a little mini demonstration fight with Master Asia. They just like clash fists, kind of.
They play full contact rock paper scissors.
Pretty much. Yeah. And Master Asia knows that Domon's gotten more powerful. Domon does this thing when their fists lock, where he like dips his fist down and like smacks Master Asia's fist away.
He swats his hand away.
Yeah, and that's when Master Asia orders his guys to retreat. He's like, all right, I don't think you actually had anything to do with this. Wong pulls up in a car, and he's doing that evil, pulls glasses down, looks up with these like piercing red eyes. This man rules. Master Asia tells him, yeah, I don't think he had anything to do with it. And Wong won't listen to a fucking word of this. He's like, no, we must punish the Domon.
You're going easy on your pupil, I see. Not
has to be
like
punished.
you, undefeated of the East. Well, if you won't do it, then I will.
Yeah.
Fight time!
Well, we get a little bit. Rain's like kind of walking through the streets thinking about... She gets a flashback to a scene we didn't see yet, where Schwartz drops her off and like tells her, beware of Wong and do what you can to save Domon. And she's like,
because you've been like lifelong friends with him. Like, if anybody could do it, you can.
Yeah.
And she's like, how would he know this?
Huh? Not gonna ruin my day about it.
It seems kind of like he's known me and Domon for a long time. Like he has like, I don't know, some sort of long relationship with the both of us, which is weird because we met him like a few months ago.
It's definitely not anything to worry about.
You guys, I got it. He's Domon's dead mom.
Holy shit.
We cracked the code.
Damn.
As Rain wanders...
She knew ninjutsu this whole time. German ninjutsu.
Oh, she did illusion ninjutsu to make everyone think that she got killed so she could do surveillance undercover. It all makes sense. As Rain is pacing about, Domon walks up to her and like tries to talk to her, but immediately after, Allenby rolls up with the news that they are going to be in a tag team match.
Yeah.
The sort of reasoning here, they talk to like one of Wong's representatives, and he says, "Yeah, we got to repair the other rings because of all you fuckers are blowing everything up. So we only really have one usable ring right now, so we might as well get more matches out of the way at once. So it's a double.
Yeah, more
Let's
bang
go."
for your buck. Yeah, it's an excuse, but also this is when we see the pilots of the enemy Gundams.
These are fucking Fatal Fury enemies.
The pilot of Ashura Gundam just looks like a guy. He's just a normal man.
He's very pink. He's very pink.
Well, yeah, he wears pink, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No, his skin is very pink. He looks
his name is Russets Daggett. Daggats.
I don't think we got their names.
I'm just looking at the Gundam wiki. Okay. We didn't get them in the dub either.
We do not get names for them.
He looks like Patrick Star, but not as pointy.
These are literally members of Team Frieza.
And the pilot of Skull Gundam looks like Ganondorf.
This guy's fucking weird. He has like gray skin and this weird like he's like
gray skin.
He has some sort of male pattern baldness that like hits his head 4 different ways.
Yeah, he's got like 3 distinct widow's peaks.
Mm-hmm. Vegeta is shaking in his boots.
Yeah, he's I don't know if he's supposed to be racist. I don't think this is what people from Malaysia look like. Even like
this is what people look like.
Even to a race, this is not what humans look like.
No, this guy's like a living skeleton. I think he's just a skeleton with like some.
I think he might be a literal zombie man. Yeah.
I mean, fucking with DG cells, you really don't know, do you?
Yeah. Well, do they have DG cells? I think these are just guys.
Yeah, no, they're
if they had DG
schmucks.
cells, they would be more of a threat.
They sure aren't. As we learn soon, because they got to fight these fucking Streets of Rage bosses. We get this really sick double henshin sequence where both Allenby and Domon are like suiting up and posing together.
Yeah. We finally get Allenby's like suit up sequence.
Taking a photo. Click. This one's going right into my thesis collection.
It's really funny how it's really not that much like a Sailor Moon sequence than I thought it would be, considering she literally is just a giant Sailor Moon.
But it is, like, undeniable that the inspiration for the transformation here from Allenby's side is a magical girl, which means that, like...
Oh, absolutely.
And I guess, like, honestly, if you're looking at it...
Folks.
Like, from Domo's, actually, we get something that we haven't really seen, which is, like, a henshin transformation.
Yeah.
Where you see him first fully into Tracer suit. You don't see any transformation into Tracer suit, and then you see the like God Gundam head sort of come down around him.
Yes, is my favorite bit of animation from the show. They do it.
Then, they love this bit of animation, and we love it too.
Mm-hmm. And then so it's less. Sorry, not a henshin. Henshin means transformation. Stupid. And more of a Sentai. That's what I was trying to say. It's more of like a super
Sentai. Sentai do henshins, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. As opposed to like a magical girl, like so Allenby is taking on this like magical girl henshin sequence, while like Domon's is much more of the Sentai henshin sequence.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what I mean.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting because we haven't actually seen like a Sentai sequence so far yet. Like it's all been much more, because I think the difference for me with like a Sentai transformation sequence is that it really involves being put into something, whether that is like a full body with mask costume or like a mech or whatever. And this is the first time that we actually see that, where we see like the head of God Gundam actually enclose around Domon's head. So it was interesting.
It's sick. I love it.
It is sick. They strike a group pose. They look great.
It rules. Skull Gundam and Ashura Gundam are like, they're fucking freaks.
They're just guys.
Master Asia starts to like, it seems like he's about to like kind of getting tired of Wong's shit by now. Because before the match even starts, he's kind of like, it's like, what does Wong have up his sleeve? He knows that Wong's up to something. And when the match does start, fucking, I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect.
Oh, we also get a heads up from Alan B's crew that the Berserker drive isn't working, which is fine because she didn't want them to use it anyways, and they promised not to.
She's like, fuck off, Moff Tarkin. Come on.
Yeah. Anyways, go back to what you were saying about the Acme magnet.
Yeah, so there's a big fucking Acme magnet at the bottom of the stage.
Looney Tunes ass shit. I can't believe that this is actually what happened in this show.
Yeah, there's a fucking giant horseshoe magnet underneath the ring. This is not a joke. It's got the north and south poles labeled. You can see them. And it is generating a force 2,000 times greater than Earth's gravity.
2,000 Gs? What the fuck? Domon should be dead.
He should be soup. He should be a liquid.
Domon should be pulled
soup.
through the fucking Gundam in a fine mist.
It's fine. He's got a tranquil state of mind.
He should be at soup, for sure.
He's not going to let it ruin his day.
Yeah, Master Asia's so fucking mad. And Wong's like, oh, he's your pupil, though, isn't he? Of course he can get out of this one. I really like that Master Asia and Wong are starting to have these petty squabbles.
Yeah, because, like, Master's all for throwing him up against strong opponents, but in a fair fight, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this is not a fair fight by any means. He's just, like, he's just generating a giant magnet to pull on Domo.
It's so stupid.
It's extremely silly.
We get a showcase of what Skull Gundam and Ashura Gundam can do. Skull Gundam, like, spits acid out. It, like, has flamethrower in its, like, titty eyes. Ashura Gundam splits into several Beyblades and, like, can strike lightning. It's, they're fucking... They sure have G Gundam moves. I love them.
They're cool.
It's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I like looking at them more than, like, what they do, because I guess Skull Gundam's cool. Ashura Gundam, I'm like, okay, yeah, all right. I just like...
Are you kidding? I think the way Ashura Gundam moves is so cool.
I think with Skull Gundam, it goes back to Digimon, where, like, every other Digimon has, like, titty cannons. So seeing that in a Gundam, I'm like, yes, fuck yes, let's go. It's like it's like Metal Greymon up in here.
But since Domon is, like, incapacitated, they're just whipping the shit out of Alan B. Like, she puts up a good fight, but they do get her down pretty easily. And this is... Sorry. You take it.
Yeah, Alan B's, like, completely sort of taken out of it. She's always...
I don't like the way that Alan B and Nobel Gundam get positioned during this match. It's
not good.
As uncomfortable as it is to see, like, all the guys in these, like, physically vulnerable positions, which I've noted several times, it's, like, extremely worse to see Alan B and Nobel Gundam in them. I'm not gonna lie. This is some bad hentai shit.
Yeah, it's very dire. And the whole thing is, Wong is certain that even if Domon were to go into hyper mode, he wouldn't be able to break free of that magnet. But lo and behold, eventually, Alan B kind of inspires Domon, and he really goes for it. He really goes Super Saiyan, starts yelling and glowing. And eventually, he does power up enough that the magnet just explodes, thanks to Alan B rotating his graphics card 45 degrees.
Yeah, because, Alan B and Domon, like, they both activate hyper mode together, and that causes just this gigantic, like, burst of energy that demolishes the magnet.
Did you know that love is stored in the God finger?
Love is stored in the hands. You ever hold hands with a Gundam? It happens in every single series, and this one is no exception.
Yeah, and it's extremely powerful.
And as they do it, the pilots of Ashura Gundam and Skull Gundam are like, Team Rocket's blasting off again!
Yeah, they're just like, oh shit. Oh,
we fucked up. We fucked up.
I'm
sorry. Please don't kick my ass.
Sorry.
Please don't kick my ass. Please.
They lock hands and they just like start fucking levitating pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Like they're using their thrusters, I'm sure.
They're
it's
floating
animated.
like the dramatic, like, operatic, like,
the
the music that is like, hey, you're about to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do Bakunetsu double Godfinger, where Alan B gets one, Domon gets the other, and they both heat in at the same time. And, these guys are definitely fucking dead. Like, no doubt. Alan B and Domon just murdered another pair of people.
No doubt.
Yeah, these guys weren't even in on the evil plan. These were just dudes in the Gundam fight.
Dudes. They were bystanders, basically. And Wong is so mad about this. He smashes his fucking Pocky cup on the floor.
In the ground.
Wong, that's your good hazelnut Pocky.
Yeah, dude, that's got the hazelnut chunks.
That's premium shit. I fucking hate Wong. He doesn't know what he's got.
And once again, somebody's got to clean that shit up.
Yeah.
It's not going to be me.
There is a brief moment where it cuts over to Schwartz, and Schwartz is like, "You were saved by your teammate this time, Domon," which is like very judgmental to say about someone who's trapped by a big fuck-ass magnet.
Yeah, like what would you have done? I guess
minutes.
he would have used his ground phase no jutsu to just reach in and destroy the magnet with his own hands.
But like this one was not actually Domon's fault.
Yeah.
They literally cheated.
Give him a pass, ref. After Asia tells Wong off for, pulling a cheap stunt like that.
Well, Schwartz would have been piloting a Gundam that is not susceptible to magnets. It's made out of space polymers, so
it's made out of juggalos.
Mm-hmm.
It's made out, how does it work? Wong says Domon has to be punished in an extreme way, and he gets a bright idea. A little light bulb pops up over his head, and he's like, alright, you check this shit out. And he gets on his hologram projector, and he announces the big match, which is what he says in English, where Domon has to fight, who else but the Shuffle Alliance.
Wow, what a awful punishment. I would hate to fight my friends who I fought like 5 times before.
To be fair, when this is announced, the first thing Domon does is go, wait, but those are my lovers.
Yeah, my boyfriends? No, absolutely not.
And then literally, the next line, I was like, haha, those are his lovers. And then, literally, he's like, I have to go and fight my shuffle partners? It's like, oh yeah, they are your partners, huh? They're your partner. Want to tell me more about your partners who you shuffle between? That's fine.
And Master Asia's like, alright, I gotta hand to you, Wong. It's a pretty fucking good idea.
Okay, well, I was pretty mad at you about the magnet thing, but that's pretty cool. I've been waiting to see this.
I'm into this one. This one.
And first up is Chibity. It seems that we're not doing these in order, because Sai was after Chibity, right?
No, I think George was.
Sai, was it? No, Sai was episode 3.
It was Chibity, Sai, George, Argo, but it looks like it's Chibity, George, something. Either way, Chibity's first, and that's what this next episode's about.
Yep. That is episode 35. Showdown, bursting machine gun punch. Chibity is showboating at a photo shoot when a Gundam head emerges in Neo Hong Kong. While Master Asia is able to quickly demolish it, it's clear to everyone that the Dark Gundam is still intact. Domon gathers the Shuffle Alliance to convince them to join in the fight, but they all refuse, being too focused on the Gundam fight to worry about the Dark Gundam. Domon confronts Chibity, who again emphasizes the importance of the Gundam fight to him, and shows off his new secret technique, the bursting machine gun punch. Alan B meets up with Domon and helps him train to combat Chibity's new move, and he realizes that he can't possibly stop all of Chibity's punches by himself. The Gundam fight match begins with Chibity immediately going on the assault and overwhelming Domon. He activates his own hyper mode and uses the machine gun punch, and Domon catches each blow with his own new technique, the Burning Shadow. They each throw one last punch, landing a cross counter that ends with Chibity down for the count. Domon wins.
This episode was so fucking good.
It rocks.
Absolutely top tier. Holy moly.
Yeah, just bananas.
You can't, like I said earlier, this is like, I think this appears to be the sort of culmination of every Shuffle Alliance member's arcs. I guess, like,
fucking finally, Chibity and Domon get a good fight scene.
I know!
Because their first one, it was just like, oh, it's over in an instant.
It was episode 2.
The one in the Guyana Highlands, they really didn't get to do anything, and now we finally get one.
Yeah, and what a one we got.
Pretty good one.
So this one, Chibity's voguing. He loves it. He's just soaking up the attention.
Yeah, he's showing off for all the Neo-Americans.
He's like, check out my Bruce Springsteen cosplay. Born in the USA.
Yeah.
I was born. Yeah, he loves it.
he's he's basically doing like GI show or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking pretty much. The paparazzi ask him about Domon. You really think you can beat Domon this time? And he says some fucking, like, presidential candidate bullshit. In the next fight, Neo-America will see the liberty of my dream. I will win. It's like, yeah, dude, buzzwords. Fuck yeah, let's go. USA. He can't really dwell on this too long, though, because the earth starts to quake, and his crest on his hand glows, and there's just a Gundam head in Hong Kong. Uh-oh, sisters.
It's just the Gundam head.
Just pops up like, oh, what's up, guys? How's it going? Long time no see. Hey.
Oh, it took a wrong turn in Albuquerque, am I right? Hey, what's up?
My immediate reaction to this was like, did Wong just like stop caring since Domon got away and he thinks he knows about the Double Gundam? So he's just like, fuck it, yeah, Double Gundam's here. It's real, and it's my friend.
Oh, fuck, I accidentally hit the Gundam head button. Shit. Damn it, I dropped my Pocky on it again.
God.
I was busy admiring the Devil Gundam and laughing and evilly, and I dropped my Pocky on the Gundam button.
And we cut to the streets of Hong Kong where Domon and Rain are chilling out. And Domon's like about to get into his God Gundam, but right before he can fully snap his fingers, Master H is like, no! And he rolls up on Food Psyche, and he just shows off his power. He just destroys this thing. He wraps it all up in his scarf and, like, pulls on the scarf and breaks it, and the whole Gundam head just gets like cut into several parts. I think
Domon has so many questions now. He's like, hey, hold up, before you like ride off into sunset again. What's that you got there? And Master Asia looks at him and goes, a milkshake?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking the Gundam head's behind him, and he does a cool move where he pierces through it again.
Master, what the fuck? Is that a Devil Gundam you got behind your back? No, don't. No, that's nothing. Don't worry about it.
It's a milkshake.
It's none of your business. Yeah. A milkshake, dude.
It's a milkshake. He thinks to himself he must not leave any evidence. And he just tells Gundam, he tells Domon, all I did was get rid of a surviving Gundam head. Devil Gundam definitely is not
it just wandered here all the way from South America. Don't worry.
He got there. It was actually left over from like Shinjuku, much less of a distance to travel. Yeah, though again, with how long the finales have been going, it could have gone there from Guyana really easily.
Yeah, right.
Actually, we didn't see any Gundam heads in Shinjuku.
No, I mean they maybe had some like larval Gundam heads there.
Sure, yeah. We don't know how long these things pupate.
Yeah, they're organic.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we get new different worms in every iteration of Tremor, so...
Yeah, right. Why not? The crowd love this, though. They're like,
we should point out, Domon does inadvertently call Master Asia Master in this scene. Because he has been, I guess we forgot to point out, he has been calling him Undefeated of the East, like, basically since this arc started, just to make a point that he's no longer his master. But it does still slip sometimes. Yeah.
As he rides off, he also like coughs, and I'm like, oh no, Master Asia, do you have anime mob disease now?
He's got mega polio. Oh no.
To my intense shock, he did not cough up blood.
I know, right?
Yeah, there's no blood. He's just coughing.
It's fine.
The implications there.
It's fine. It's just allergies.
My man, he just needs some Burt's Bees, man. Just get some of those cough drops in you.
Wong tells Master Asia later, he's like, all right, I've moved the Double Gundam elsewhere. It can recover on its own without making any more Gundam heads. My retainers have removed all the Pocky from my room, so I can't throw it at the button. I'm very sad about that part. And then we cut over again.
We put a cover over the Gundam head button. I'm not allowed to lift it. Somebody has stolen the key and won't tell me where it is.
Yeah,
I'm very mad
cross
at them.
about this.
I'm very mad about it, but I guess it's for my own good. I guess.
So no head?
So no head.
Oh, fuck, I'm so mad. I already used this as an episode title for this podcast. God damn it. Oh, well. Why does this happen so much? Ulube goes to talk to Dr. Mikamura, and he tells him that he's heading to space to think of a counter plan in case all this Double Gundam bullshit goes awry.
I'm going to the one place untouched by the Devil Gundam.
Space. Oh god. And then we keep on fucking cutting all over the place. We're in this like nice little tranquil garden area. Domon meets with the Shuffle Alliance, telling them how they need to hunt down the Devil Gundam. That's the biggest priority here, before it gets too late. And they're all just like,
no, I don't think I will.
I'm good, Chief. And they like start walking off, and
Okay.
Rain's telling, yep.
I actually do have like a little bit of issue with the sequence of events here. I think like the series would be much stronger in general if they hadn't found out, if they had like clues about the Devil Gundam being resurrected, but hadn't been able to like really confirm it. Like,
yeah, because it's like
with the
before
head.
now, it's just like we saw the big spooky box, and it's like, hey, that's kind of ominous. You can't really say for sure what that is. But like, yeah, a Gundam head just popping up in the middle of Hong Kong.
So
like, yeah, okay.
So I wish they like had waited until after the individual Shuffle Alliance fights to confirm it, because everyone here is so stupid. Because they're all like, we're not going to help you with the Devil Gundam because we're too focused on beating you. And it's like, can y'all not think like more than 5 minutes into the future? There's not going to be a fight with Domon.
Yeah, there's not going to be like a space or an Earth to rule over.
Yeah.
If you don't like help him. It's like not even that they don't believe him. It's literally just, yeah, we have more important things to do right now, Domon.
Which is beating you specifically. Chibity, I mean, I assume we're going to get to it, but like Chibity specifically, as they all walk away, Chibity's the last one out and Domon chases after him, and he's like, listen, I understand my responsibility as a member of the Shuffle Alliance, but right now fighting you is more meaningful to me. It's like, what do you mean it's more meaningful to you, Chibity? Domon will keep being there. He will keep being there.
All of your mommies are going to die, Chibity. All of them. All 4 of them.
Then who will sing bad songs to you?
Who will sing the Star-Spangled Banner to you? Dumbass.
Yeah. God.
It's just like, I don't know. I feel like having this in this order is bad writing a little bit.
I get it. Like, it feels very shoehorned in that the show is very aware that each of the Shuffle Alliance is going to have to go through individual growth.
Yeah, I just think there's a less stupid way for them to do that. Like, by having
It's like, I could understand, like, maybe 1 or 2 of them doing this, right? But it's like...
But because, yeah.
Argo's been pretty level-headed the whole time. This does not seem like the sort of thing that he would do. Like, at least one of the other ones would probably...
And, like, the other thing is that, I guess my other thing as well is that, like, as Chibity walks away, Rain's like, don't chase after him. You know they have reasons for wanting to fight you. All of them do. I'm like, that, and those reasons wouldn't have changed without the threat of the Devil Gundam, right? Like, they would still have been equally motivated and, like, still had the equal power to go through, like, this character growth without knowing about the Devil Gundam being there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Chibity's motivation to beat Domon so he can live his true American dream isn't going anywhere just because the Devil Gundam exists. He would be he'd be equally motivated to do it if he wasn't aware. So it just seems like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like the Devil Gundam was necessary to, like, spark them
Yeah, it
into their
absolutely
growth.
isn't. It's like, it's a footnote on these episodes too, because it's just like at the end of the episode, it's just like, okay, now that you have beaten me, I will join you to fight the Devil Gundam, but also
Right.
I will still beat you one day. And it's just like, well, why the fuck did we even
Yeah. It
bother
just
with the
seems
Devil
very
Gundam
unnecessary to me. And it seems, again, it seems like stupid.
Because like the rivalry is a fine motivation. It's
Yeah.
not a fine motivation to do this weird shit that they're doing. They didn't have to put it in. Like, whatever, fuck it.
Anyway.
You've said it. You've already said it and you said it better, so fuck it.
Anyway, Chibity walks off really steamed, and he's like, I'm so mad, I'm gonna go punch bags in front of my 4 weed-smoking girlfriends so I stop being so mad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking do fire punches and light all their joints at once. It's gonna be rad as fuck, Domon.
These are my mommies, and yes, they smoke weed.
Yes, I light their blunts for them every day with my fists.
Yeah, he's really fucking hot and sweaty in this scene. And he asks the girls to gas him up.
Oh yeah,
And
we
he
do
tells-
also...
Well, we don't even... Yeah, we've kind of glossed over his new technique.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Sorry,
bursting
my
machine
bad.
gun punch. This is fucking cool. He's like, he focuses for a little bit and his fists glow and, like, the ground cracks beneath him.
It's pretty cool.
And he fires it off and, like, Domo ducks and then, like...
We haven't mentioned they're in, like, a big sculpture garden right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
in
just, like,
a
it
Zen
destroys
garden.
a bunch of it.
Every statue just gets, like, a hole blown out of it.
Yeah, everyone's just doing magic now. Get your magic!
Yeah. And he walks off and Domo's like, wow, shit, fucked up. Schwartz does appear, like, in the same... there's like a statue doing a funny pose, and Schwartz does that pose as he like fades into existence, and he's like, he's like half telling Domo and half telling the listener, or the viewer rather. He's like, they'll come to their senses about the Devil Gundam as they fight you. Don't worry, like worry about fighting them. I'll go track down that big honking machine. It's just he really is like Schwartz ex machina.
Wink.
So it's even more fucking needless. Schwartz is just gonna take care of it off screen, and you don't have to worry about it. Why is he? Why do we care?
I do have the question. I mean, I'm sure it's because of who's piloting the Devil Gundam, technically, but I was like, why didn't you just take care of this yourself, Schwartz?
Yeah, right.
Just kill the Devil Gundam. Just murder it.
At some point, since you're magical German man.
But then we cut over to Chibity doing his training. He's all hot and sweaty. He asks the girls to like gas him up, and they all tell him he's Neo America's hope and dream. He'll beat Domon. He loves this shit. It rules.
It rules. Yeah, he's just like screaming, like, yeah, I'm the dream. I'm the star. I'm gonna do it.
USA.
Yeah, Chibity. Let's go.
And then meanwhile, alone on the boat, Domon's like, Japan, woo, Domon,
Yeah, I'm Domon. I'm the king of hearts. Yeah.
And Alan B like floats up to him and is like, hey dipshit, what's going on? And
You good, homie? Want to fight about it to feel better?
Domon's like, oh, Allenby, I'm glad you're here. I was just gonna work out. And Allenby's like, yeah, no shit. I was gonna come here to make you work out.
That's like all you do, dude. Let's go work out together. Hell yeah.
Allenby and Domon really are like that photo of the two blondes. One of them's a woman and the other one's a guy in a car wearing muscle shirts, and they both have huge tits. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
I don't.
Let me see if I can find it. Continue talking as I try to find this.
You find the photo. So what they do here, Domon for these next episodes, these next two, and presumably the two afterwards as well, Domon asks Allenby to sort of simulate each Shuffle Alliance member's like new moves. So what Allenby is doing is crushing buildings and throwing the rocks at Domon.
Yeah,
to,
she's just fucking throwing boulders at him.
Yeah. And eventually he like sees the pattern and he knows what to do, and like he's so hopped up on the training and like he almost beefs it now, and he has to like dive and catch him, and Allenby is like
there's too many rocks at once. He can't be
Yeah.
there to catch every rock and punch it apart.
She tells him it's impossible to catch them all at once, and he's like, I got it. Light bulb, ding. Let's go fight now.
I can't catch all of these punches because I'm only one person. Wait,
I'm only one guy. 10 punches for one guy. The math doesn't quite add up, Allenby. I'm going to give you a lesson on this one later. Don't you worry. It is time for the fight. Chibity does surf in on his fucking hoverboard.
Yes, of course.
Contrasted to Domon, like, calmly walking in, just, like, on foot in the God Gundam. Very, very, very solemn. Very, very calm. Chibity's, like, gassed up for this fight. And
Master Asia can sense
dude.
how gassed up he is, and he sees a vision of Chibity in front of a flaming, like, really fucked up dog. I do not like to see the dog. And he's like, yes, Chibity's turned himself into a beast.
Yeah.
He's gone beast mode.
He literally says he doesn't know, he no longer has the energy of a human. He is like a wild beast. What the fuck, dude?
I really hate to see this dog.
Yeah, terrible dog.
I'm just gonna post the dog.
Yeah, post dog. The fight begins. Chibity just immediately like rushes Domon, sucker punches him, and just starts completely getting his ass. He's saying "ora ora ora" as he does it, which is I don't even think it's a JoJo reference. I think it's just like a thing you say when you're doing a lot of punches.
Yeah.
It's like huh, huh, huh. Chibity does like he has these flashbacks to when he lost to Domon in New York. How he has to win this time. It's a grudge match.
Yeah, like he says like, yeah, I kind of always resented you from that moment because like you knocked me out so easily in like my hometown where I was raised. So like I'm trying to get a grasp back.
Yeah, I love that fucking photo when you got bigger tits than your girl. And then what the fuck happens in this episode?
So yeah, he's punching Domon. He gets him with a big uppercut, and then it's like, yeah, now's the time. Let's fucking do it. It's time to show off my secret technique, which isn't very secret because I showed it to you before. But he activates.
Well, first Domon, like he sends Domon flying, but like Domon gets back up and he like looks at him and goes, Yes, getting punched in the dick is exactly what I wanted to happen.
All according to Keikaku.
Yeah, no, it's time to finish this fight with my secret technique. It wouldn't be, it wouldn't be very satisfying if I didn't use the bursting machine gun punch. So I'm going to use the bursting machine gun punch, and he does. He activates hyper mode while he does it.
I love that his hair has 2 different shades of gold when he does this.
It fucking better, yeah, of course. Why would it not?
Yeah, Chibity is fully gold. He's Super Saiyan. He's so calm. Domon starts to do Meikyo Shisui as well. Guys being dudes. Let's fucking go.
Actually, right before Chibity activates this, we cut over to Schwartz, who is watching the fight, and he goes, "Oh, it's very interesting. They're both enlightened." And it's like, yes, we've chosen to ascend.
That's a word for it.
We've chosen to ascend.
Post-nut. They both have post-nut clarity right now.
Fucking...
There you go. There's your title, Max.
There it is. Chibity does the bursting machine gun punch. Fucking hell. Domon cool. Breaks out a new move, the God Shadow.
The Burning Shadow.
There's 10 of them.
Everyone's a fucking Naruto now, huh?
Domon used double team.
Domon used double team. Why doesn't he use this more? He just splits. Yeah, he just fucking he splits into 10 Gundams and catches all 10 of Chibity's punches.
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? This is like more... I have more offense with this than I do with Schwartz no-clipping through a wall, I think.
Like, this is...
I'm equally mad about these, actually.
I mean, like, I'm not mad because it rules, but I'm just like...
It's
I'm
sick,
confused.
like, right? It's sick as hell, but it's like, why? How is he able to do this? He never does it again. Right?
Yeah, he's like, I'm just gonna decide. He's like, I can't beat them on my own, and then just decides to become more than one person.
Yeah, I'm just multiple Gundams now. I'm as many Gundams as I need to be, just because I have to be.
It's so fucking funny, and he like catches each 10 punch and like fades them all back together. And like Domon says, if you're gonna punch me 10 times at once, then I'll become 10 Gundams. What the fuck, dude? This rules.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty sick line. Even though it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Chibity like powers down for a quick moment, and like the fire is reignited. He powers back up. They both like Domon gets Godfinger ready, and we see this in the next episode too. Every shuffle.
I do like this. This is also like they're starting to emphasize to each other like how big of rivals they are. Like Domon is just like, yeah, for as strong as you get, I will become as even stronger because like you're such a good rival. And Chibity he's kind of coming around. Like he like I said before, he said he always resented Domon, but he's like, yeah, like you're a good rival. You drive me to become better myself. Like go on. Say what you're gonna say.
What's better than this?
Guys being dudes. Domon says the first part of the Godfinger speech, his hand of mine is burning red, and then Chibity continues, it's loud war, tells me to grasp victory. And like they both, like Domon does burning finger, Chibity punches, it's a cross counter, they both get hit, and like Domon gets hit in the head, and Chibity kind of gets hit in like the neck a little bit. But of course, who could have guessed it? Chibity's the one who collapses here. And he's down for 10 seconds, it does the countdown and the knockout.
That's what happens when you get punched in the throat.
Yeah, fucking really, honestly. So this is like a Vulcan neck pinch, but way worse. But it's fine that he lost. He's so happy. Domon's like, the true battle's yet to come. As long as you can stand up, we can still fight forever. And Chibity's like, dreams are dreams because they're endless.
And
so just kiss, dude. Guys.
Domon picks him up, and in English, Chibity goes, I will never give up!
Yes, he says it in English! Like, these guys should just kiss right now.
The crowd is going nuts.
There's a song. Chibity's song is playing. Wherein like Chibity has lyrics about him in it. It's very good. It's kind of hard to tell over like the audio and the crowd and stuff. But like if you listen to it, this is a song about Chibity. It fucking rules.
I don't think I caught that.
It rules. And finally, next up. Who else but George Descent?
Yeah, and like Wong has like this stupid line here that I was like, this was not your greatest moment, dude. Where he's like watching the results. He's like, all right, well, you beat Chibity, but will you have as honorable a fight against George Descent? It's like,
the most honorable person I know. Yes.
Yeah. What kind of stupid ass question is that, you dumb bitch? I know you're not like that.
When have I ever not been in an honorable fight?
I know you're not as close with George as Domon is, but you've been watching these fights for the better part of a year, my guy. Like, come on.
Come on.
Anyway.
Amazing. Anyway, what you got for us,
That
Aubrey?
episode is episode 36. A Knight's Pride, Gundam Rose Stolen. Given the amount of notes I actually have for this episode, pretty short summary. George and Domon are set to fight each other, but the King of Neo-France instructs George to forfeit the match to prevent Gundam Rose from sustaining damage at the end of Domon's God Hand before the final battle royale. He locks up Gundam Rose and threatens to charge George with treason if he fights this decision. However, George's feelings are so strong, he steals Gundam Rose and challenges Domon to a fight. George attains hyper mode and uses his new technique, Rose Hurricane, but Domon still beats him in the end. The king witnesses the fight and says there will be no punishment for George because George gave everything he had and successfully entered hyper mode.
Yeah, fucking, like, I see the sort of pattern for these episodes from here on. Seems like it'll basically be the same thing, but,
So,
you know what? It works.
This is gonna sound like a joke, but this is a legitimate question I have for you guys. Do you think George was meant to be as gay-coded as he is?
Hey,
Look, no, he wasn't.
Okay.
But...
Because obviously I know that, like, Sai Shi and, Chibity and Argo were not meant to be, like, even with that. That's just me putting my gay, greedy hands on anything. George is, I mean, he's flamboyant.
No, yeah,
that's the thing. He's very, like, I don't think he's necessarily gay-coded. I think it's more of just, like, the Japanese writers and animators sort of went for, like, a European flair, as it were.
Is he gay or European?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah, he's both of those things.
And he is also a third thing, which is incredibly dramatic. Because he calls Domon out at the beginning of this episode to meet him on
so fucking windy.
The cold open is
the windiest part of Hong Kong he could find. He finds like two like dilapidated buildings, tells Domon to meet him on top of them in the windiest part of Hong Kong, and he's like, I'm gonna get you and I'm gonna kill you. And no, I mean not obviously, but he's like, and anyway, here's a romantic shower of roses. And Domon's like, in my mouth, George, come on. Like,
look, I pinned one on your lapel, Domon, look at it.
And George is like, are you scared by my rose hurricane? And Domon's like, I mean, a little. It's kind of sweet. Guess.
Yeah, it's
kind of fucking rules, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's like, it spins in different directions. I guess that's neat. Yeah, I'll have to figure something out about this, but, probably won't be that hard.
The Rose Hurricane, by the way, is exactly what it sounds like. It is just George sends a lot of rose petals, or in the Rose Gundam, rose bits at people, and they spin around it, and... Question mark, profit.
Because again, everybody's just doing magic now. He can do this outside of the Gundam as well, with just normal roses.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he had to choose the windiest place in Hong Kong. You see, it's the wind. He's calculated its trajectory.
He points out to Domon, like, yeah, you might not think it's not impressive, but check your lapel. There's like a rose pierced to it. And he's like, I could have pierced your throat if I wanted to.
Mind freak.
Bye-bye. Mind freak. And he
check your ear.
Disappears. Yeah, there's a quarter in there.
The quarter's a rose.
A Neo Frank? What the fuck?
George returns to the mansion. He gets the word from the president that he has to forfeit the match. Fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
and he's like,
damn it.
He charges right into the king's office, and he's like, "Can I convince you to reconsider this?" And the king's like, "Nope." And George
should have used a secret technique on the king, on the president.
Yeah.
Regicide. The French love that shit.
And George is like,
kill him, just to, impress him a little bit, like you did with Domon.
George is like, I don't know how you expect me to uphold my family's honor and the honor of a knight if you are having me run away from fights. Like, there is no dignity or honor in that. And the king's like,
You could just repair the Gundam, dude!
Yeah, the king's like, we can't have you risking being, like, heavily damaged by God Gundam's, burning finger or God hand. You can't do it. we just do not have the resources for that. And it's also like, okay, like, if we want to make it to the final round and have any chance of winning, we cannot fight it. It's like, homie, how do you think you're gonna win if you don't fight?
Yeah, right?
Like, bitch, like, you're gonna... fucking stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
So...
It's so dumb.
So...
Like,
George storms out. He's very upset. And he's like, why don't I smell a rose and maybe I'll calm down a little? And Raymond, like, trails after him. Marie Louise is also there, but she does not trail after him.
She's just mad at her dad.
Yeah.
She's like, Papa, please stop this.
Yeah. So Raymond trails after him, and he finds George in the rose greenhouse. And George literally Arthur Fist gifs.
He fucking... This guy, clenching his fist, making Rose Hurricane happen, like, tears streaming down his face.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm saying. Like, it's flamboyant.
Drink some Perrier and maybe you'll feel better. So, as this happens, like we learn Present's not going to relent no matter how badly George feels about it. We see Domon training with Allenby, mimicking the Rose Hurricane. Hey, if the fucking Shuffle Alliance just didn't show Domon their cool new technique until the time of the battle, like, he would be losing all these matches.
They keep fucking doing it.
That said, I do find it very funny how Domon's like, fuck my boyfriends, I don't need my boyfriends. My cool girlfriend, Allenby, can replicate all of their specials perfectly.
Yeah. It's like, okay, sure, I can kind of get her replicating the bullet punch with, like, throwing rocks at Domon. How the fuck is twirling her, like, ballet ribbon gonna mimic Rose Hurricane?
Spin.
Okay, sure. I'll get that. He's, like, in the water doing it, and Rain is like, are you fucking good, man?
Hey, dude, you're fucking up the Gundam before the fight. What's wrong with you? Idiot. Allenby, what the fuck are you doing? Stop that.
She can't get mad at Allenby for this. Allenby's an unstoppable force, and Domon is an immovable object. Like, they're just like, when they get together, they get dumber. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Allenby's
it's
like,
that
no,
fucking...
Allenby,
fucking meme.
He told me to kick his ass. He told me to do it.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to say no? Come on. Rain.
Saying,
Max, can you just put that meme as the cover art for this episode?
I'm thinking I might. Oh god. And speaking of saying no, what Argyle said, it's time of the match, but George is not here. So sad.
Yeah, he just doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Domon's like, oh, am I being stood up? That feels bad.
Yeah, Domon's not happy about this.
Damn, this sucks.
And as Domon waits, God. As Domon waits, we cut over to Neo France's Gundam hangar.
The fucking Gundam hangar.
The fucking Capulets who are stopping Juliet from going to Romeo.
Okay, no, hold up, no. We have to talk about what the Gundam hangar looks like before we talk about what's going on inside of the Gundam hangar.
It's a fucking escargot shell with the tricolor on it. What the fuck? Is this allowed? You playing fucking French flag on a snail shell? I can't believe it. This is like this show. I want to meet the kind of person who doesn't like G Gundam and give them a stern talking to.
It's people who definitely take themselves too seriously.
Yeah. God knows they're not podcasters. I love this. I'm obsessed. So not only does Neo Hong Kong furnish bespoke lodgings for every country, but also bespoke hangars for every country's Gundam. So, like,
I'm not sure that's true, actually. I think that the countries bring their own hangars in. Because the other hangar that we've seen was the Greek hangar, which was on their ship.
That was on a boat.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
This is a whole ass building that is...
right, but that's what I'm saying, is that, like, they happen to have their headquarters on a boat, but, like, I'm pretty sure all the countries bring their own hangars.
Yeah, I mean, except for Neo Japan, because, come on. The hangar is wherever Domon can stash Gundam for 5 minutes.
The hangar is all of Hong Kong Bay.
Pretty much. Oh, God.
My hangar is Han's boat.
Yeah. The guards are, like, struggling against George and Raymond, who are trying to break through and get to the Gundam. Of course, they
George is literally, almost word for word, says, I have to go to him.
Yeah. I'm gay, out of my way.
Please. Like, please, you can't stop me. I have to go meet my boyfriend.
What he literally verbatim says is, Domon is waiting for me.
Damn.
Gotta go to my boy.
Please, let me through. Let me into Rose Gundam. Domon is waiting for me. Like,
I can't fucking stand him up. Please, no,
He's my boyfriend.
I'm
Go to
gonna
him.
break his heart, please.
God, the president shows up now and he tells George if he gets in that Gundam, he's going to be dismissed as the Gundam fighter in charge with treason. And
I fucking
this is
hate
like,
this guy.
this rocks George's world. Oh my god,
He's like,
poor boy.
I'm Goomba. I'm treason.
But I'm honorable.
treasonous, but honor.
Fucking
What?
Prince Zuko, take a note.
And Marie-Louise is like, oh no, George. Not your entire system of ethics crumbling around you.
Yeah. Like, you know, the media gets the word that George is withdrawing for real. Master Asia's like, things are just now getting interesting. This guy has read the script, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we see George wandering the streets, beating up thugs in alleys.
He is, like, wasted on dishonor.
He is wasted on champagne because he did import it from Neo France's actual Neo Champagne region.
And also dishonor, because he's just, like, beating the shit out of people who, like, look at him the wrong way.
Mm-hmm. He's earned it. He gets to go off a little bit.
One of these thugs does have a chain around his neck with, like, a replica of the little... Remember the worm that the other thug was trying to say was in his suit?
It's the same worm.
It's the same worm. It's a similar worm, you know? It's not the same one. It's different colors and it's got a different face, but it
looks more goth.
It is another worm, yes.
But yeah, fucked up on dishonor. George is like, what if I was a little bad?
What if I
How bad me be?
Kind of Joker mode.
What if I was Jonker?
And he drunkenly makes his way back to, after, like, doing some property damage and breaking some bones. He
starts talking to the Gundam Rose.
Yeah, he directly makes his way back to the hangar where he is judged by Mecha Napoleon.
Yeah.
He sees the rain streaming down Gundam Rose's face. It looks like it's crying too, and he's like, I know what I must do.
I see you sympathize with my plight, Gundam Rose. We need to join forces, right? And Gundam Rose says, yes, we need to join forces, George. We need to go fight Domon. It's the only thing to do.
I believe in the heart of the Gundam.
Yeah. God. He gets in, he stomps out. The guards are obviously powerless to stop him from doing this.
Yeah, he explodes that snail from the inside.
Yeah, that's a fucking euphemism if ever I heard one.
He got the fork out. A special, like, curvy fork.
Yeah, the escargot fork. We see the junk. Raymond and Marie-Louise show up asking Domon and the gang for help fighting George. But all Domon does is just silently walk out because he already knows George is fucking in the water waiting for him.
Yeah. He's, first, before he, like, walks out, Allenby has, they're being told, like, yeah, apparently, like, George stole something. And Allenby's like, wow, he's really stepping it this time. But she just sounds so impressed. She's like, the words coming out of my mouth are bad, but I'm saying them delightedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she's just saying it for the look of the thing. She's like, oh no, he committed treason? Wow.
Wow.
Literally in Japanese, the first word she says is, wow.
Sugoi.
No, like the English word wow.
Yeah. Wow. George, this is fucking so funny. George takes his glove and throws it at Domon. He's wearing
gloves. He's never worn gloves before, but he's wearing them now so he can throw one at Domon. We get the shot in slow motion of it flying at Domon's face.
So, there's two things here from my perspective. One is that, all right, so throwing a glove at someone is like, again, throwing the glove down, right? Like, this is a declaration of a duel. Fine. That makes sense. The animation on it, though, makes it look like Maiden handing her favor to a knight instead.
It's like half throwing down, half...
he tosses it through the air. It's like the rain is coming off of it, so it looks like it's sparkling. They're playing like sparkly noises as it flies at Domon's face. It kind of limply slaps against his cheek, and he's just like, "What?
Yeah, he doesn't know what this means at all.
Are you coming on to me like more than usual?
He's like, George, you lost your glove. Here, let me give it back to you,
babe. Your hands look so cold.
Yeah, it's so wet and cold and rainy outside.
You're gonna catch a cold, George. Come on.
So George is like, listen, I'm gonna be waiting in the Northern Hills. I expect to fight you. And Tomon's like, are you sure about this, dude? Like, I've heard what's going on. Like, you're gonna be charged with treason, probably. And, like, George is like, yeah, that's fine. I will accept the consequences that happen to me. And I was thinking about it here, like, Okay, so Neo France wants to, like, win the finals. If they charge George with treason and, like, disbar him at this point...
True.
What the fuck are they gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck are they
They're gonna
do?
fucking lose is what they're gonna do.
Power
Like,
move.
Dumbasses.
immediately! They have... Neo France is like, we have a Shuffle Alliance member. But fuck that.
We're not gonna use
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, God.
Like,
I mean,
Stupid! It's stupid.
God.
Empty threats.
What George says here is so good, because, like, not only is he just say he's okay with treason, but he's like, no, I want just once, I want to fight for myself, not for my honor, not for my country. I want to fight as George Desand.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yes, let's go.
I love George so goddamn much.
This guy rules.
Yeah,
Because
it's
of his
just
such
like,
good
I only want to
characters.
fight for
Oh my
myself,
God.
and yeah, it's just like, Marie Louise is just like, no. How could you, George? He's very obviously just like, I want to fight my boyfriend. Get out of here, Marie Louise. I'm not even humoring you right now.
Yeah.
You're a child. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You're like 9.
I love you dearly as, like, a sister, but
Enough of this bullshit.
I gotta get
Your dad
laid.
has really pissed me off, so I'm like not in the mood right now.
I gotta get
Yeah,
laid.
I gotta go fight Domo and then get Rod later. See ya.
I've got Gunder on. That's Gundam Grinder, by the way.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna ask. That's good. Very
Yeah.
good. Grind him. So George flies off. He's waiting for Domon. There's like some like grassy field nearby Hong Kong that I'm sure exists.
We do get Allenby being the best character in the episode here.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes.
kiss her. I'm gonna kiss her square on the lips because she's
I love her.
cute. She's literally the cutest character I think I've ever seen. So the French army gets word that Domon and George are fighting, and they immediately send their guys out to stop the fight before it can really get off. And on the highway, they are blocked by Allenby in Nobel Gundam, who is facing away from them and does the very cute Sailor Moon hip turn to face them and like almost blows them a kiss.
Sorry, road's closed, boys. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to
It's
go
so
somewhere
cute.
else.
She's so cute. I love how much of a bro she is.
She rules.
She's just here to just like run interference for whatever Domo
pretty
needs right now.
much. I'll hold the fucking cops off. You boys go have fun. And they're like, they're getting ready to duel. George says, we'll duel when sunrise hits. And they just stand there staring at each other for a long time after the sun rises. They're just soaking in the moment.
It's pretty
Damn, I love the way the
heavy.
sun glints off your Gundam, bro.
Again, like, obviously this is all of me reading bullshit into it, but like it is extremely easy to read this stuff into it if that
Look.
is like the interpretation that you want to take
Look.
of it.
Look, all the other characters, it's like, okay, this is clearly not intended. This one also not intended, but it's like you don't have to be that internet brain to like see it. It's
Yeah.
I mean,
It's right there.
again,
Come on.
like, regardless if this was an intention, like, George's behavior is flamboyant.
yes.
Like, everything he does is dramatic, over the top, and there is no heterosexual explanation for it. Was he supposed to be designed that way? Probably not. Although, like, I wouldn't be... If someone told me that it was intentional for him to be gay-coded, obviously they wouldn't have come out and said it, and actually I do know for a fact that he has some form of romance with Marie Louise at the end of the series.
Boo.
I know, it sucks.
Disgusting.
It is disgusting. But if someone like told me legitimately that like he was either meant to be read that way potentially, or like based off of an actual gay celebrity or something, I would have been like, yeah, sure, I believe that. I wouldn't have believed it for anyone else. But he is flamboyant.
Yeah. This guy fucking rules. They fight. It's very sword heavy, which I appreciate. It's like kind of Domon fighting more on George's terms.
Yeah.
At some point, the president runs up the hill because Allenby can't stop one guy in the gun. I mean, she'd probably fucking kill him. And he's trying to get both Domon and George to stop, but they both say no. They're like, he's like, this fight has no meaning. And Domon and George say, we're going to determine whether or not this fight has
Yeah,
meaning.
no,
yourself,
that's
you old
not
fart.
up to you to decide, old man.
Well, what I love about it is that George is like, I am not going to stop no matter what you say, and French King's like, that's exactly what I thought you were going to say, you stupid horse. And then turns to Domon and goes, all right, listen, George is a little wacky with it right now, but like this isn't even an official. You won the official fight. We forfeited. Like, this probably doesn't even mean anything to you. You don't have to do this. And Domon's like, I don't know how to explain this to you, but this is a literal marriage proposal.
Yeah.
We're gay, old man. Come on, get over it.
God.
Like, all of my having to fight all the Shuffle Alliance in order is me individually proposing to them.
Mm-hmm. This is what love is. Get over it.
Yeah. And then George does his special.
Yeah, Rose Hurricane. Domon gets trapped. Domon sort of focuses himself. He like powers up his blade. He's like, he at first he starts slashing a couple of them. He's like, yeah, you can cut them as many as you want. There's still a billion rose bits out there. So Domon pours all of his power into the beam saber, and he thinks back. He gets a Slumdog Millionaire flashback to a Shogun and was like, hey, what if I did that? And then Domon goes Beyblade mode.
He does.
So,
he does the Burning Typhoon.
Burning Typhoon.
The animation in the cockpit is pretty funny. Because it's only two frames. He kind of looks... So it's 2 frames of him going back and forth really quickly to make it look like him spinning. But really, he looks like a 2001 era E-Bombs World video.
God, yeah, fucking flash
he's
animation.
He's like spinning with his legs fully out, too.
Yeah.
Like, his legs are not together when he starts spinning in the cockpit.
Mm-hmm. It's so stupid. And of course, it slashes all the rose bits. It sends George flying. But he gets back up, still determined. Marie-Louise at this point is telling him to stop, and the president's like, no, he wants to continue, doesn't he? They sword fight a bit. God, Gundam Rose is damaged. George keeps on getting up. He's Chumbawamba up in here. And eventually, wouldn't you know it, George gets to go super mode now.
Yeah.
He's kind of gold with it.
Kind of gold with it.
Gold.
And important to note, Chibbity's Maxter didn't go, like, the Maxter itself wasn't gold when Chibbity went super mode, but George's Gundam Rose is gold. So I don't know what the difference is, but
it's
like
the flamboyancy.
Yeah, it's the Perrier. It's gold. Domon also goes super mode, of course. He gets the fucking match power with power. They both do the same thing. Domon starts the burning finger chant. George continues it. George hits him with the rapier. Domon grabs the rapier and like ends up forcing George back. And like as the sun shines on George, as the gold fades, George accepts defeat. And he's like, punish me all you want. He's just happy because he's married now. Yeah. He has a husband.
And who will punish him all he wants.
Baby.
And congratulations to George, both on your nuptials and for finally having a fair Gundam fight.
Yeah.
Finally.
The first time he's gone against someone who just hasn't cheated.
Yeah, right.
Including the first time he went against Domon.
Yeah, because...
I know. Oh, God.
Kind of collapsed the Eiffel Tower on him.
And kidnaps the crown princess.
The fuck did I just say?
Eiffel Tower. But there's no punishment here because the president realizes, George, you've shown your true warrior spirit. You've earned your continued place. This is the second time the train's gone by while I'm recording. You've earned your continued place as Francis Gundam Fighter due to his indomitable spirit. And mostly what Audrey said earlier.
Yeah, I also felt like this part was specifically, like, more exploitative, where it was just like, damn, dude, if you told me you could go Super Saiyan, I never would have stopped you from fighting.
This is really scummy. Like, he's just like, yeah, if only you'd done that sooner, I wouldn't have been that real asshole to you. Like,
it's like,
fuck you, old man.
If I knew you were that good, I wouldn't have done any of that shit. Fuck.
Got a shuffle crest, you old bitch. What the fuck do you have?
Get a fucking henna tattoo. Come on, man.
So the last thing we see in this episode is there are other onlookers for this fight. One of them is Schwartz, who has been hiding behind a tree and is like, pretty good shit. And then like looks directly at the camera.
Don't you think, Master Asia?
Yeah, looks directly at the camera and goes, "What'd you think, Master Asia?" And then it cuts over to Master Asia, who is with Wong, further away on the field. And Master Asia's just like, "Wong, wake up! You're fucking up big time."
Yeah, he's like, I hope that us making every member of the Shuffle Alliance more powerful won't come back to bite us in the ass as he takes a huge spoon of cereal.
It'll be fine.
And we learn next up, Sai Shi.
Yeah. This promises to be the most explosive match yet.
Yeah, oh god, what the fuck is Sai... is Sai Saishi gonna use, like, he's gonna stack every single one of his flags together to make some gigantic Nioi bow and just, like, whap doing with it from across the city? Is that his technique? Who knows? You'll have to tune in next week to find out. Mm-hmm. Because that's episodes.
Pretty good ones.
Very good ones, except for when they weren't, which happened a lot. But again, you know, we're good people. We can see the best in things.
I think they were good all the way through. I think they were all great.
Yeah. Speaking of great, I have a segment this week, and by a segment, I don't know why I don't lead with it. It's a Beyond Toon World. You already know what the fuck it is.
You're going to love this. Trust me. Beyond Toon World!
I feel like we're mostly gonna have Beyond Toon World for segments here.
It's just so easy. I'm so busy this week.
We have not had a single other segment on this season.
To be fair, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to do, like, a travel guide to every country we go to in G. That's a bit much. And Beyond Toon was always fun because we're gaining learning. And today we're going to learn about Hideyuki Hori, born March 23rd in Setagaya, Tokyo, Japan. Voiceover language Japanese. No shit. Thank you, BehindTheVoiceActors.com. This is, he voices two separate characters in G Gundam, two totally different, completely different characters. He voices Kyoji Kashu, and he voices Schwarzbruder. Two different characters. I asked Audrey, Argyle, have I talked about this fucking guy before?
No.
Do you remember?
We haven't.
I don't
fucking
remember.
Yeah, I don't think I have. So anyway, we got a couple things. He dubbed over John Tracy in the 1966 Thunderbirds movie, the funny little puppets. In the 1984 Fist of the North Star TV show, he was Ryuga. Don't know what this guy is, but he has cool, like, white blue hair, which is always fun, and a neck that just won't quit because it's thicker than his head is. Throughout the entire Ryuga, I don't know. Throughout the entire run of Saint Seiya, the 80s show, and all the other stuff, he was Phoenix Iki.
Oh, I remember this guy from... Cool. I think he's in Lost Paradise.
Oh, hell yeah. In all the Transformers cartoons, he was Chrome Dome.
Yeah, he was.
Do we like that guy, Audrey?
Chrome Dome rules.
Cool?
Oh,
fuck yeah.
He is, in the comics, he was one of the pairing that was, like, the first explicitly gay pairing that was gay married.
Oh, hell yeah. You'll love to see it.
Him
in 1988, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, he was Maximilian von Kastrop. This guy looks very evil, so I'm a little bummed that we share a name. Alas, I must shout out my fellow Maxes when I get the chance. In 1989, Bao, the Visitor, the TV show, Bao, you might recognize as Hirohiko Araki's manga before he wrote JoJo.
Yeah.
He was Ikuro Hashizawa. In a little TV show called Dragon Ball Z, he's Captain Ginyu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Of course, 1994, G Gundam, Kyoji and Schwartz. Tomoaki Araide in Case Closed. Love that show, Detective Conan. Funny little guy. And beginning in 1996, in Dead or Alive and continuing through Ninja Gaiden, he is the one and only Ryu Hayabusa, which is like, he's a funny ninja. People want him in Smash a lot. I think he'd be a cool pick. Ninjas are always fun.
Yeah, no, he'd be a pretty cool pick for Smash, possibly.
I love ninjas. He's good at he's good at being Schwartz. He's good at being Ryu, of course.
Yeah. He can have a Schwartz alt costume.
Yeah. Fire Emblem Arcanea Saga, 1997. He was Hardin, Castor, and Medeus. Medeus being the sort of big bad of the first Fire Emblem.
Medea, played by Tyler Perry.
That's true. Of course, it wouldn't be a Beyond the Toon World. It wouldn't be a Beyond Toon World without talking about One Piece. In One Piece, he was several characters. Vinsmoke Judge, Vigaro, shout out to almost Audrey's cat's name, Pacifista, and Bartholomew Kuma.
Yeah.
So, Bartholomew Bear. Fuck yes.
Kuma's the big one.
I mean, there's a lot of Audrey. It's One Piece. They're all big ones.
No, I mean, in terms of the amount of screen time, Vinsmoke.
Okay, yeah. That's what I sort of went in reverse order, best for last.
Yeah, Vinsmoke. Well, Vinsmoke's also pretty significant.
Okay. A couple characters. We love it.
Yeah, and the pacifistas are clones.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
They're clones. They're clones of Kuma.
That's why they look similar.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Gaining learning. Mega Man X Command Mission, a fun GameCube RPG where you play as the Mega Man X characters that I really liked as a kid. He is Chief R, and Ninetales, who is a motherfucker of a secret boss. God damn. Persona 3, Shuji Ikutsuki, who is the main character. Is he evil? I think he is. Evil.
He is. He's the main villain of Persona 3.
That's what I thought. It's been a while.
He's the teacher who's like, yes, I love having students who go into this evil dark tower. It's definitely
these rules actually. Fuck yeah.
This is definitely a thing a responsible adult with no evil purposes has in mind does.
Yeah.
I don't play JRPGs.
You're better off for it. In Dragon Ball Super, this name fucking rules. He was Dr. Paparoni.
Damn, I gotta get a look at this guy.
Here comes Dr. Paparoni.
Hey, it's me, your uncle, Dr. Paparoni.
He's like a purple elf-looking guy with a white bushy mohawk. If I remember right, he's one of the other Universe guys who created like the big 3 combining
Dr. Paparoni. This guy's cool. I like it. Wow,
imagine
damn.
one of the creator of a universe being named Dr. Paparoni.
Oh no, he's not one of the creators. He's just a guy.
Oh, okay.
Just a guy.
He's not one of the gods of destruction. He's not one of the supreme Kais. He's just a guy.
He's a warrior from Universe 3. Okay.
Yeah, he just makes a cool robot. And it is a pretty cool robot. They needed all the androids to take him down. He's done some other stuff. You know, he was some character in Gundam Seed, character in Gundam Seed Destiny. Some fun things, though, is I always like to see whenever a voice actor dubs over Western roles, because it's always batshit. And we've determined... So first of all, he's Woody Harrelson in White Man Can't Jump.
Okay.
He's Pierce Brosnan in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Pierce Brosnan was in that movie.
Yeah, apparently. And most upsettingly, he was Paul Atreides in Dune. Which is fucking funny.
Hell yeah,
Kyle MacLachlan's character, because he's Harold Smith in Twin Peaks, notably not played by Kyle MacLachlan, but he's still got that fucking MacLachlan link. That's a fun name to say a lot, MacLachlan. I want to read Dune. Maybe I'll get Dune when I go to the beach.
Man, you
Just wait for
probably
it to
don't
come
want
out
to
and
read
watch
Dune. You probably do not want to read Dune.
I like reading. I like sci-fi.
I like reading that kind of book.
I like boring, impenetrable sci-fi.
I like
It's
Dune when I
impenetrable
read it.
for a good reason.
Yeah, right.
I liked Dune when I read it.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel if I would read it like now as someone who's like
Read all the Dune books.
God. Don't know what I'm getting.
Read
myself
God
into.
Emperor.
That's what we got though. That's Toon World. Thank you, Hideyuki Hori, for your service. That's like fucking almost everyone that we've done for G Gundam in Japan, at least. It'll be harder in the coming weeks, but we're getting
I'll
through the
do
series.
some dub ones at some point. I think
we
keep
have,
saying that.
We have like maybe a month left, I think, of this show.
Yeah, we're on 36. There are 49 episodes. That means that is going to be
4 more episodes of this show.
Yeah.
Well, 5 if you count the wrap up, which is important because we have to
Damn.
rank all the robots and do the mailbag and all that. We're getting there though. Things are heating up. I'm very excited for the future because again, show's fucking good. We love
Show's
it.
good.
Things are shining and burning and heat ending up.
Damn it.
They're erupting.
Oh, you're erupting?
You're erupting and burning?
Oh, you're erupting me?
That's what George said. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's get into plugs. Why does my voice keep cracking? I'll go first, I guess. Maxi Bajillion is who I am and what I do on the Twitter. I don't know why the fuck am I saying it like this? What happened? What the fuck happened just now? You can go to
You okay, bro?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't know. I think I hit a lag spike in my brain. I don't know. Go to Pot of Greed on Twitter, Pot of Greed Cast, to find a Yu-Gi-Oh show that me, Argyle, and Audrey do. It is a tremendous time. Show is absolutely insane, hard to handle, but we love it nonetheless. And also go to slappersonlypod.com or slappersonlypod on Twitter. Listen to Slappers Only, a video game music showdown podcast I do with my friend Jordan. We are going to record by the time this episode comes out, our Ni no Kuni 2 episode should have come out. What a fun game that no one played, with music by Joe Hisaishi of Studio Ghibli fame. Tremendous work. Mwah. And that's all I got.
Cool. I'm Audrey. You can find me on Twitter and Tumblr at Optimum on Prime. You can also listen to Pot of Greed as... You did just mention it, right, Max? Mac? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can listen to Pot of Greed, which I'm also on, as we make our way through GX. if you want to hear more about me talking about robots specifically, a couple episodes ago I mentioned that I was recording a guest spot on a friend's podcast called Author's Note, where I talked about the history of Hasbro and specifically the audience for My Little Pony and Transformers. That episode is out now, and you can listen to that anywhere you find podcasts. And I don't have any other projects in the making at the moment, but you can, if you are interested in potentially hearing even more from me in the future, you can follow at The Reticulation, that's TheReticulation, on Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook for updates about a website that I'm trying to start with that friend, whose podcast I guested on, to uplift and spotlight LGBT voices in the realm of pop culture criticism.
Hell yeah. I have been Argyle. You can find me on Twitter at Argyle_funk. You can also listen to Pot of Greed, yes. But also Kamurocho Radio. It is a Yakuza podcast that I host with friend of the show, Jordan. We have just finished Yakuza 2 and are about to start on Yakuza 3. The first episode of that should be up by the time this goes out. So give it a listen. There actually might be 2 episodes, though. No, just one. Just one. I forget how the schedule on this show works. So yeah, check that out. Give it a listen. Yakuza 3 is a good game. They're all good
Fuck
games.
yeah.
In my opinion.
Good game. You're right. You're correct. This show is on Twitter at WowCoolPodcast. Discord links are in the episode description and the Twitter header. Come hang out with us. It's a fun time. You can listen to me get really fucking mad about Premium Bandai and bot scalping the one kit that I wanted to buy. It launched at 9 o'clock. 9:01. Not even 9:01. Still 9 o'clock and it was sold out. Because of fucking bots. I hate that website.
I get so fucking mad about scalpers, dude. I really want this. I'm getting mad about them because of the Skyward Sword Joy-Cons all over again.
Oh my god, right? I wish every scalper a very parody Minecraft.
I don't like saying the parody shit, and I'm not gonna just say a death threat on air to any scalpers. So, just fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, get fucked.
Just let me have my fun toys and not have to pay lots of money for them.
It's insane. I hate. You can go to noisepace.xyz to find all our other shows. Thank you, Matt GameCube, for running that whole shindig. Podcast Forever 2021. And finally, whom?
Oh,
I always
Max.
forget whose turn.
Max, what's your robot of the week?
Oh, fuck, I always forget when it's me. My robot of the week is... Oh, okay. This is some bullshit that people in the Monster Hunter community are always really hopped up on. It's this thing called the Equal Dragon Weapon. It is this one singular piece of Monster Hunter, like, concept art of, like, this fucked up, like, flesh homunculus robot thing. That they're like, yeah, what if we just built this thing to kill Elder Dragons for us? And people are obsessed with it, and people are like, when are they going to put Equal Dragon Weapon in the next Monster Hunter game? It's never going to happen.
Dragon Weapon.
Yeah, I'll post an image later. It's just kind of, like, grotesque looking. It's really freaky. It looks like a Rathalos human flesh hybrid thing. It's cool. I think it's a cool concept. I don't think they should make it real because they already made a cooler robot in the Monster Hunter game, which is a bug robot, which fucking rules. That should have been my robot of the week. Otherwise, I'll do it in 3 weeks' time. Anyway, Equal Dragon Weapon is my robot of the week. Because it's a robot, because it has metal parts on it. And that's really all you need to be a robot. Not even then sometimes. As long as you're a robot in your soul, you're a robot. And that's that on that. And that's that on the podcast. Once again, Argyle and Audrey, thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful journey into a journey into romance, I guess, mostly, right?
Very romantic journey into the soul.
An exploration of homosexuality.
Well, bisexuality.
Guys being dudes.
Yeah. Guys being dudes. This just show fucking rules. I love G Gundam. G Gundam forever. And finally, to close, as we always say, colonialism is bad.
Wow.
Cool robot.
Peach.
See you next time, Gundam fighters. Peach.
Oh, you didn't do the Master Asia voice. Fake me out.
See you next time, Gundam.
There it is.
That's not it. See you next round, Gundam fighters.
Fuck yeah.
Peach.